gospel. It's the power of God for salvation. You can count me in it. Ain't a the ambassador in it. Repping my side to the fullest, announcing Christ everywhere that I visit. First to the Jews, then the Gentiles. Jesus is my savior. I stand firm in faith, immovable, unshakable, hanging on the word of God. You can count me in it. Ain't a the ambassador in it.
One of them, and I'm not ashamed. One of them, a Christian till the end. I'm one of them, and I'm not ashamed. No, one of them, a Christian till the end.
I am one of them, Christian until the end. I am better them, child of the better day, or the better day. Those who stand for their faith, they not ashamed of the gospel. Jesus will never deny them in front of the Father. Those who stand for their faith, they not ashamed of the gospel. Jesus will never deny them in front of the Father.
One of them, and I'm not ashamed. One of them, a Christian till the end. I'm one of them, and I'm not ashamed. No, one of them, a Christian till the end. I'm one of them, and I'm not ashamed. No, one of them, a Christian till the end. I'm one of them, and I'm not ashamed. No, one of them, a Christian till the end. One of them, and I'm not ashamed. No, one of them, a Christian till the end. One of them, and I'm not ashamed. No, one of them, a Christian till the end.
Anticipating, we calibrating, proliferating, no castigating. Anticipating, we calibrating. Yaga. Hey, see, I'm anticipating to see your good works manifest. Participating in the business of the kingdom, no rest. Winning souls, making disciples to the end. Teaching those who are called to you. Renewal of the mindset. Hey, whoever believes in him, greater things shall he do. And even greater things than this shall he do. Hey. Anticipating to behold your good works.
Participating.
Make a go get souls harvest for the kingdom, Anticipating to behold your good works.
Participating.
Oh, make a go get souls harvest for the kingdom, Anticipating, participating, perambulating, proliferating. Anticipating, participating, perambulating, proliferate.
When you calling, all my ears open. When you send God, keep my feet running. Love God and keep hoping. Eyes open, ears open. Matters of the king require heart and haste. When you take hold, ain't nobody standing in your way. Touched by the Savior, anointed I am. No longer living carnal, I done with him. Yeah, make time, serve God, make the moves. Live love, Holy Spirit, get the groove. Shady I'm not, faithful I am. Homies making all around the globe. Anticipating
to behold your good works.
Participating.
Make a go get souls harvest for the kingdom,
Anticipating
to behold your good works.
Participating.
Oh, make a go get souls harvest for the kingdom, Anticipating, participating, perambulating, proliferating. anticipating, perambulating, proliferate. Participating, perambulating, proliferate. Anticipating, participating, perambulating, proliferate.
Thinking it's my charm, now I know your truth is where freedom begins. I'm prayed up, now I can define it again. Willpower never won any war, so I know to get to you I gotta get on the floor. Shida zangu, yeah, I've been here before. Lakini kitu gani kweli, ni ngumu for my Lord. Maombi ni ibada, na magoti ndiyo njia kukupata. Daily, nipate nikisala, maisha yangu mina kupa wetawala. Say maombi ni ibada, na magoti ndiyo njia kukupata. Daily, nipate nikisala, maisha yangu mina kupa wetawala. Ombi langu faraja, imani yangu ibada, neema yako msaada. Ombi langu faraja, imani yangu ibada, neema yako msaada. Faraja, faraja, ibada, ibada, msaada, msaada. Faraja, faraja, ibada, ibada, msaada, msaada. Yeah, flow ya Aroniko underway. Ninachofanya una bless my way. Wani mwangaza, even when the clouds gray. Wanirudisha, hata nikigo astray. Misi worry, mina pray. Very early, a killer day. On the daily, mi nita set my alarm. Mina jenga na wewe na jo foundation ni firm. Maombi ni ibada, na magoti ndiyo njia kukupata. Daily, nipate nikisala, maisha yangu mina kupa wetawala. Say maombi ni ibada, na magoti ndiyo njia kukupata. Daily, nipate nikisala, maisha yangu mina kupa wetawala. Ombi langu faraja, imani yangu ibada, neema yako msaada. Ombi langu faraja, imani yangu ibada, neema yako msaada. Faraja, faraja, ibada, ibada, msaada, msaada. Faraja, faraja, ibada, ibada, msaada, msaada. Ombi langu ni wewe, ombi ni wewe, ni wewe, ombi langu, ombi ni wewe.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
And a good morning to you boys and girls. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Caroline Murote and this is Sheversations. Karibu sana to the space where we amplify female voices. And that was Ombi Langu. Ombi Langu Ni Wewe by Shani. And we had Anticipating by 1005 songs and Muhanji, the one and the only hip-hop guru pale wa Yesu, and Wanna Damn by 1005 songs and Shani. So beautiful, beautiful collabs there for Jesus. It is a beautiful, beautiful Friday. I am feeling excited. The weather looks lovely. And guys, even if it didn't, I would be feeling excited because tuna for us, we said at the beginning of the year that we are facing issues. We are just moving upwards and forwards and progressively only. Yeah, I've just remembered that slogan yenye nilisema at the beginning of the year. And I'm like, girl, you got to remember. When life is showing you dust, you got to remember. But yeah, in case you want to let me know how your morning is going, 0748 37 92 31 is a place where you can call us, text us, send us a voice note. Again, that is 0748 37 92 31. On Instagram, I'm at Caroline_Murote. And on Facebook, I'm Caroline Murote. Same on Twitter X. And Carol Murote on TikTok. CarolMurote. And at Power Radio on all those same platforms. Look out for us. Give us a like, give us a follow. And then you're probably tuned into our YouTube channel. Please leave a comment. If you are tuned in, leave a comment. Give this video a like and leave a comment and let me know, what are you looking forward to this particular Friday? What are you looking forward to the weekend? Or what are your reflections for the week? How has your week been? My week has been but it's gonna get better because it's not over yet. Okay. And what else? We are going to be enjoying a beautiful show. You know, today is a powerful woman Friday. So we are going to be celebrating a powerful woman. And then we're going to be continuing our conversation on what it looks like to create an authentic, profitable brand online for our girlies and for our boys. Because once in a while, we include you in the conversation. I'm just joking. It's all the time. All these conversations that we have are for the boys, they're for the girls, they are for the lovers, the dreamers, and anybody who cares about the progress of our country. And and then we're also gonna get into what's happening because stuff be wild. Watu wanachoma vendera, people are being thrown off of balconies, guys. It's a bit wild. Like it's giving Netflix. It's giving HBO. It's giving Game of Thrones. Like really interesting, but like very grisly and gory. Like you're not sure that that's what you want. Yeah. So anyways, that's how this particular morning is going. And now let's jump into Raha. This is a 1-month-old track by Bunny Asila and Wapenda Muziki. And this song, guys, it's my new fave. It's my new fave, which means I'm going to abuse the life out of the song by appreciating it, by playing it all the time. And then tutakuwa na Shuka by Dominion and Nimepatikana by Upendwa Muziki, because we're still shouting them out for the Afrima nomination alongside Zaituni Wamboy and We Are Nubia, right? For their nomination for D and D. Already. I'll see you on the other side of a couple of these jams.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio. Mungu ametufanyia, vile ametutetea, akisi tungepotea. Lo, 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 lo. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay.
Misina mwingine misina. Jamani wasawoza sina, lakini sasa ni masho dhambi sina. Lo, 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 lo. Ay, 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 ay.
We, nataka niwajibu aje mnaponiuliza eti nimefanikiwaje, japo nishawaambia ni Yesu akisigetuki. Semi ndo nawaambia Yesu mia kwa mia. Lo, lo, lo,
panda, baraka, shuka, sifa, panda, baraka.
When the praises go up, baraka zina shuka. Praise go up, baraka zina shuka. When the praises go up, baraka zina shuka. Praise go up, baraka zina shuka. Na baraka zina shuka. Baraka zina
Sifa, panda, baraka, shuka, sifa, panda, baraka, shuka.
Itisha pata 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 pata. Itisha pata 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 pata. Itisha pata 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 pata. Itisha pata 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 pata.
Blessing me faster, kwako hakuna matata. Blessing me faster, kwako hakuna matata. Huku na huku na huku na huku, kwako hakuna matata. Huku na huku na huku na huku, kwako hakuna matata.
When the praises go up, baraka zina shuka. Praise go up, baraka zina shuka. When the praises go up, baraka zina shuka. Praise go up, baraka zina shuka. Na baraka zina shuka. Baraka zina
Niko fresh and clean. Niko fresh and clean. Niko na more favor, more flavor, more cheddar.
Marriage works manze come through.
Na watoi warembo so true.
Sina madeni mfuko imejaa.
Tuna live dream tuliota.
Amenipa mengi mengi, amefanya mengi mengi. Murembo wangu minji minji, murembo wangu minji minji. Nasema amenipa mengi mengi, amefanya mengi mengi. Murembo wangu minji minji, murembo wangu minji minji.
Sifa, panda, baraka, shuka, sifa, panda, baraka.
when the praises go up, baraka zina shuka. Praise go up, baraka zina shuka. When the praises go up, baraka zina shuka. Praise go up, baraka zina shuka. Na baraka zina shuka. Baraka zina
Nilifunga kwa siri, akani bless yo siri, yendo mzimba zenga na mngamu na zoza hapa deva wezi bonga.
Mimi na mimi na mimi na mimi nae, baraka zangu.
Mimi na mimi na mimi na mimi nae, baraka zangu.
Mimi na mimi na mimi na mimi nae, baraka zangu. Blessing me faster, kwako hakuna matata. Blessing me faster, kwako hakuna matata. Huku na huku na huku na huku, kwako hakuna matata. Huku na huku na huku na huku, kwako hakuna matata.
when the praises go up, baraka zina shuka. Praise go up, baraka zina shuka. When the praises go up, baraka zina shuka. Praise go up, baraka zina shuka. Na baraka zina shuka. Baraka zina
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Our radio. Hello. Sina budi la niulize, uko sure ama una guess? For better for worse, hivyo ndo unasema. Will you choose me over and over again?
Ai mambo mimi nishakuelewa. Tulia kwangu, I'm gonna take it from here. utakosa ndo upate mabebi, tajinyima unenepe mabebi, ukinikosea mimi ndo tasema pole my baby. So now will you marry me baby? Leo nimepatikana, nimepatikana, nimetoka soko leo nimepatikana, nimepatikana. We mwanamke wewe, nimekupenda wewe, we mwanamke wewe, nimekuzimia wewe,
We mwanaume wewe, nimekupenda wewe, we mwanaume wewe, nimekuzimia wewe. Sitojibizana na wewe mpenzi wangu, nitajitolea kukuheshimu.
sitobishana na wewe mpenzi wangu, tajitolea kukuheshimu.
Sitojibizana na wewe mpenzi wangu, nitajitolea kukuheshimu.
Sitobishana na wewe mpenzi wangu, tajitolea kukuheshimu. Leo nimepatikana, nimepatikana, nimetoka soko leo nimepatikana, nimepatikana. We mwanamke wewe, nimekupenda wewe, we mwanamke wewe, nimekuzimia wewe,
We mwanaume wewe, nimekupenda wewe, we mwanaume wewe, nimekuzimia wewe.
pepo ya kuachana tunaikemea,
Shindo hiyo pepo, achana tunaikemea.
pepo ya kuachana tunaikemea,
Pepo ya kuachana tunaikemea.
pepo ya kuchiti tunaikemea,
Pepo ya kuchiti tunaikemea.
hiyo pepo ya kuchiti tunaikemea.
Pepo ya kuchiti tunaikemea.
Utakosa ndo upate mabebi, tajinyima unenepe
Mabebi,
ukinikosea mimi ndo tasema pole my baby. So now will you marry me baby? Leo nimepatikana, nimepatikana, nimetoka soko leo nimepatikana, nimepatikana. Nafanya vile Mungu anataka, hivi ndivyo Mungu anataka. Nikuvishe pete na wewe univishe pete, tuhalalishe ndoa yetu mbele ya watu.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Hey, umepatikana wewe nani? Who has found you? Who's looking for you? Who are you looking for? Who are you hoping will find you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Mimi nimepatikana na Yesu, right? As for boy child, walk with serious because yeah, a girl is still waiting. Shorty still. Leo msewa bike akaniuliza, guy, utaki kuishi na familia yako? And I'm like, this guys, because I feel like it also depends on the way you grew up, because I did notice that there's a relationship with growing up Ushago and getting married early. That it's a beautiful thing. Sisemi kuna shida, but I've noticed it's very easy for watu wa Ushago waolewe like mapema when they're very, very young, like literally 20, 21, 22. You know, and then there's the rest of us who atitulisoma nini tunatafuta ma careers. You know, when you're 21, 22, you're like, I just a baby, because we are me at my big age. I just a baby, like usini stress. Anyways, there was an interesting conversation between my Nduthi driver and I this morning when he asked me, guy, unaishi peke yako? Like he was so shocked that I live alone, and I'm like, naishi peke yangu. And he's like, what about your family? And I'm like, I don't think that it's something that he thinks that, okay, no, there are people who are just single living alone with no family. Yeah, alikuwa najua msichana akitoka kwa wazazi anaingia kwa nyumba ya familia, like ya bwanake. And that's such a different worldview. That's such a different worldview from what I expect, from kitu yenye nimekuwa exposed kwa, because I'm like, first of all, Mimi, I'm not getting married to suffer. I'm getting married to the love of my life. Wherever he is wasting my damn time. And then number 2, it needs to be something that is building the kingdom of God. Okay? It needs to be somebody who akona brains. Aniambi aki karo naongea kizungu mingi, guys, tuta stressiana. Because sasa nililipiwa school fees. I grew up in a foreign country. I had to speak English for the majority of literally ata sai. This Swahili that I'm speaking, guys, is by God's grace because inimejifunza as an adult, right? Because I didn't grow up speaking Swahili. So mtu ataniambia ati, oh my God, Carol, unaongea kizungu mingi. You're not the one for me. You're not the one for me. If you're going to be stressed that my worldview is different and is not typical to your village and typical to your community, pia hakuna mali tunapelekana. So let it be wherever it is that you're from. Whether you're from Ushago, whether you grew up an urban boy, because, you know, boys, we're talking about one boy, one. It's okay, as long as you're open-minded to not trying to make me like you. Because that's just also another thing of, I've found it so interesting. And ladies, tell me if you can relate. By the way, 0748 37 92 31, 0748 3792 31. Let me know, ladies, if you can relate with uko mahali and you're having a conversation with boy child, right? And then they ask you, guy, atiwe upikangi ugali? And then they're so disgusted as if you're their girlfriend, as if you're their wife. Like, do you understand? Like, you are already in a relationship. You have somebody who knows. Mimi, exes wangu wote ndio walikuwa napika ugali. At any given point, we were not living together, but any given point where we're in a space where food has to be cooked, guys, I was never the one. And they knew and they understood why. Because nyumbani, mamangu alikuwa anachukia ugali. She would cook it, but she didn't like it. As a result, I grew up not liking ugali. And I can cook ugali for myself, but I don't care for it. Like, imagine I can spend years and years without eating ugali and I'll... Like, nitaona ugali kwa hoteli mahali or in somebody's house and I'll be like, wow, hii kitu inakuanga. And that's just my reality. That's my life experience. Na kuna chakula zingine zenye nimezoea, zenye maybe for you culturally, haujazoea. So the most interesting thing is, why do people project their desires onto other people? So as a gentleman, you gents, you Sheversation gents, you want to end up with a girl who uses a rag, a duster, yani anafanya bend over ndio aoshe nyumba, or she gets on her knees to wipe the floor, because that's what a good woman in your life does. Alafu kuna Karo mwenye has never used a rag or a duster her whole life. Sijawai. I've only ever used a mop. In my mother's house, tulikuwa na like a big house growing up, and I would mop that house, guys. I would clean every inch and corner of the floor of that house, and I would do it almost every single weekend, or at least once in 2 weeks, because the other week, Labda, my other sister, is doing it. And the thing is, so I know how to clean, but I don't clean the way you clean. So I was once in my uncle's house, and his wife, who's my auntie, said, unajua kama if you don't bend over to clean, you're lazy. Unajua sijawahi rudi huko. Sijawahi rudi huko, because I'm like, okay, so because I sijazoeshwa ku bend over to clean the floor, that I'm not making contact, my hands are not making contact with the actual floor in order for me to clean the floor. So mtasemaje kwa watu wenye wako na dishwasher? What are you gonna say to people who have washing machines? So it's that thing, ladies. Let me know how you feel. You know, hizo ni standards zako, ama is it that all women are supposed to be like that? Sisi wote, tukue ni kama tulilelewa na mamako in your village. All of us should be the same. All of us should bend over to wipe the floor. And ladies, don't get me wrong. Gents, if you guys clean, ebu come join this conversation, because the issue is that I know a lot of men don't do these domestic things. That's the issue. That's why I'm talking to the ladies. But I want to know, even from you gentlemen, what is your opinion? Like, you want somebody who does things like your mother? Or do you actually accept that the girls you meet out here are not like your mother, and you should just go and look for a girl from your mother's village who grew up in your mother's neighborhood, who was raised the way your mother was raised by her mother or her auntie or her grandmother, in order for you to get what you're used to? I find that very challenging, because if you're not gonna marry me, imagine achana na mimi, because the people I've been in relationships with, hakuna mwenye alikuwa anachukia kupika. In fact, Because I've been in 3 serious relationships in my life, guys. Three. And girls, I want you to talk to me. What are you I've been in a relationship with 3 different gentlemen at some point, and 2 of those 3 were very serious, towards with the intention of at some point towards marriage, but like stuff happens and it's whatever. Your heart is broken and you're like, it is what it is. It is what it is. The show must go on. But what's the point? The point is all of these 3 humans had no issue with my cooking patterns. I don't bend over to mop the floor, but I will pick a mop and mop after you, and don't you dare step on my floor before it's dry, etc., etc. I would rather have a washing machine. I would rather contribute money to have a mama fua coming to clean, because I absolutely abhor doing laundry. Because I did laundry as a child and I hated it. Like, I will mop your floor, I will do your dishes, I will cook for you, but I'm not going to do laundry. Even my own laundry, I absolutely hate doing I do it, but I hate it. So, kama niko na 5 so ya kulipa mama fua to come once a month, or however it is that your mama fua charges, sasa nimekuwa unmarriageable. So my inability to, or rather my unwillingness to do my own laundry, to bend over and do my own laundry and either pay mama fua, I must save up for a washing machine, which I have bought with my own money that I've worked hard for, electricity that I've paid for, tokens nimenunua na pesa yangu, maji yenye nalipia kwa nyumba yangu. Like, that makes me unmarriageable. I find that very, very interesting. And I feel like that's projecting, and I feel like that's being very myopic and narrow-minded. And my thing is, it's not wrong to want a woman that does everything that your mother used to do in the village. Ama huku Nairobi, maybe, because also in urban spaces, things are not done the way they are in the village. I have no issue with the village. My mom was a village baddie, but my mom did not give me a duster to wipe the floor. My mom was a village baddie, but my mom had a washing machine, and when our washing machine broke, we did the laundry ourselves. And when she could afford it, she would pay a mama fua. My mom was a village baddie who learned how to cook mokimo. If you're a Murima person, it's mashed potatoes, kienyeji, with vegetables. That's the best way I can put it. Alikuwa anapika chapo, but she would only do those things when she wanted to. She was never forced. If she wanted us to eat out, she would bring takeout home. She would bring KFC home. Like, my mom would bring KFC home like twice a month. If ama atasema tu leo we're just gonna eat chicken, and she would put chicken in the oven, and she would say just the peeled potatoes, and that's it. So she was a village baddie, but then she lived her life the way she desired. And so there's the exposure. The way I am is based on the exposure that I have. So there's nothing wrong with desiring things to be done. Like, you want to wash your clothes with your own hands. You want to bend over for 3 hours. Because me, I wash clothes very slowly. So every time I think about once a week, I'm like, that's 3 hours of my day. If I'm going to wash everything that should be washed, that's 3 hours of my Saturday morning, or like an evening that I just 3 hours of bending over. If you want to do that, that's okay. But why do you project that onto other people that you're not going to share a house with? I don't understand that. It's like fighting with somebody because they don't support the same political party that you do. Or like fighting with somebody because they don't like the same movies that you do. Like, inakuhusu aje? That's my question. So you let me know. 0748 37 92 31. You can text us, you can call us, send us a voice note, 0748 379231, and you can reach out to us at Power Radio and at Caroline_Murote. That's me on Instagram, at Caroline Murote on Facebook and Twitter. Slide into the DMs there, leave me a message. On TikTok, I'm at Carol Murote, CarolMurote. And you can let me know how you're feeling about these different things. Now, guys, just a little blip of what's happening. What's happening is that our peoples have been nominated, right? If you go over to the Afrima website, guys, we say here we support music. We support local music. We support underplayed, underserved, underexposed artists. And let me tell you, Wapendo Muziki might be winning in the game, but guys, bado hawajafika mali wanafaa kufika. We have Zaituni Wamboi, guys, and We Are Nubia. They have been nominated. So both Wapendo Muziki and Zaituni Wamboi and We Are Nubia have been nominated as the best gospel duo band in Africa for Afrima. And then our best female artist, Wapendo Muziki Nina, and Wapendo Muziki has been nominated in the best female artist. I think it's it's in inspirational music. I think that's the category. There's 39 categories, so you would literally need to go one by one. Unaingia pale kwa Frima, you need to register. Once you put in all the details that the website requires, then every day you can log in. I think you get 10 votes per day. Mimi bado sijaelewa your system. I just go and I vote for the people that I want to vote. And so pale, when you open category number 1, kuna an arrow that shows you next category. So that's how I got to see. If you want to go through all the categories, there's a bunch of Kenyans that have been nominated. Bien has been nominated for All My Enemies Are Suffering. Who else? Nikaona po Nyashinsky Pia. I can't remember what song it was. Somebody else has been. There's a bunch of Kenyans that have been nominated. So whoever it is that you love, whoever that you are enjoying, for example, I love Deborah Lukalu. She's a Congolese girlie from the DRC, a gospel artist. I love Anatoria. She's a gospel artist from Zimbabwe based in the UK. Those two have been nominated in the Best Female Artist Diasporan. I think that's the category. So I've been voting for them. You know, they're in the same category, so they've been taking turns because I'm just like the Jesus girlies. And so you need to support them. And yeah, so Wapenda Muziki, it's Amefanya Mungu. And then Zaituni Wamboi and We Are Nubia is D&D. So those are the 2 songs we're about to play for you now. So just know these are the nominated songs in those particular categories. You need to go and support. Wewe mwenye unasemanga you support local music, listen to these 2 songs and go and vote. Because if you don't vote, other African artists are going to be winning because their community support them. And then you say, oh, kuna talent Kenya, but we never get anywhere because we don't rally. And it's free. Ni free, guys. Bora tuko na internet. Just go to afrima.org, register your account and vote. This is Best African Duo or Band. Wapenda Muziki and the duo by Zaituni Wamboi and We Are Nubia. So enjoy, and then we'll come back and talk about what else has been happening.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Run.
Nini umeficha niko curious. Can I get to see your body on my body and I promise you I will make you see such a different feeling when you put it on me now. Kuja nikuonyeshe joto tupoeshe. Baby legeza nikupe mapenzi. It's just you and I bila watu wengi. Privacy D&D love. Dalili ya mvua ni mawingu. Hiyo swali yako leo nakupatia jibu. Dalili ya mvua ni mawingu. Hiyo swali yako leo nakupatia jibu. Siwezi ficha hisia zangu. Naitaka kwanza, naitaka sana. Usiseme mpenzi hujaonywa. I'm the genie in the bottle, na unajua tu. I promise I'll be good, promise it will be just me and you. Unachotaka sema tu, 'cause I'm stuck to you like glue. Ikibamba basi nipe tena. Hakuna kulala penzi niko kesha. Hiyo swali yako leo nakupatia jibu. Dalili ya mvua ni mawingu. Hiyo swali yako leo nakupatia jibu. Si unajua masaa ni machache, ukionja utajua ladha yake. Take me high to the moon nifikishe. If you let me, nibembeleze. Pia mimi nikudekeze. Baby ni babe, na ukiteleza sitakuacha chini. Baby legeza, nikupe mapenzi. It's just you and I.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio. From sunrise to sunset, from sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Amenivua vazi la aibu na moyo wangu wakati sina budi ila nimusifu.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Hey, 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 nametameta Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Guys, sometimes the talent comes. Unajua ukitafuta, ukiforce issues, sometimes it actually starts to make sense. So that was Amefanya Mungu Wapenda Muziki. That is the Afrima nominated song. And right before that, we had Do Not Disturb D&D by Zatuni Wamboi. And we are Nubia, guys. And then pale afrima.org. That's the All African Music Awards. And go and vote for the best band / best duo. Best African band, best African duo. And Pia in best African inspirational music. I think that's a category. Pale utapata Wapendwa Muziki. So they've been nominated in 2 different categories for this particular song. So guys, go and celebrate our Kenyan artists. Nasamanga, no. We support. This is your opportunity to prove it, your opportunity to show that you actually do support. But what we're getting into now is what's happening. Guys, something gory has happened. Yeah, tunasemanga femicide. And you guys are like, no. Mina force issues. It's too much. It's not that serious. Even men are dying. Okay? So let me know what you think about this. As a video footage sparks probe after Kilimani domestic worker falls from 5th floor balcony, and several Sudanese nationals have been arrested. Now, let me rewrite this headline. A woman was thrown from the balcony. She did not fall. She was thrown. Wanasema ati, no. Actually, we can't. Tell me, nyinyi wenye mkona mothers who might be working for other people in the service and hospitality industry. Your mother is a house help somewhere. Your mother is a personal assistant somewhere. Your mother is a receptionist somewhere. Your mother is a mama fua somewhere. You know, your mother is a cook or a chef somewhere. Ebu niambie, how many of your mothers just go and play on the balcony? Niambie, somebody who's over 50 years. How many of your mothers just go and play on the balcony? Ati they're just hanging. Wanajisikia tu kurukaruka kwa balcony. Tell me if this is not somebody fearing for their life, okay? Na kama huyu ni mtu amewai work huko, how are they for? They're not. See, juzi tumetoka kuongelelea the death in Dubai saga for the Ugandan girlies who went to find better opportunities in Dubai and they got caught up in the Dubai potty life. And then they're saying fall from building. No, they did not fall from the building. They were thrown. So this mama was thrown. And unfortunately, she has a beautiful name like one of our Freema nominees, Zaituni. Zaituni Kavaya, a 54-year-old domestic worker, died after falling from a Kilimani building earlier this week. CCTV and mobile video clips circulated on social platforms prompted Kilimani police to arrest multiple Sudanese nationals connected to the apartment where she worked. Investigators are treating the case as suspicious, gathering statements and footage. Community groups are demanding stronger legal protections and transparent updates from police. The incident has touched off online anger and questions about migrant worker dynamics in Nairobi. Guys, do you know Sai kitu imefanyika, which has nothing to do with the girlies, but has everything to do with us as Kenyans, particularly as a young generation, as Gen Zs and the younger millennials. Sai kuna how, we are feeling some type of way about our nation, but we are also very patriotic. That's why we fight for our country, because we believe that this is the land that we are going to thrive in. We must fight for it. Watu wenye wame give up, people who have given up do not fight for anything. That's just the truth. You fight because you have hope. It's because you have hope, that's why you fight, especially when it's a noble cause. Okay? And the reason why young people have been constantly going to the streets and constantly undergoing so much brutality from the authorities is because of how patriotic we are. So we're at a very interesting time where, okay, saya hatupigani na mapolisi huku nje every single month. It's not tear gas Monday, Wednesday. It's not I'm ready for Tuesday, get ready anymore. We're not in that season currently. It's unfortunate that it even has to be seasonal, right? Lakini, tell me, what's the point when you see young Somali nationals, young, literally kicking our flag, literally stepping on it on the ground, using the flag to wipe your groin as a gesture? What is that? I just want to know, because guys, I grew up as a foreigner. I understand what it means to be it's not nice. It's not nice for a lot of people. Being a foreigner, guys, is hard work because you don't belong. And there is reminders every single day that you don't belong. I have lived as a foreigner in 2 different countries, and I'm also having a very foreign experience of my own country because kuna vitu mingi zenye sielewi. So I am isolated culturally from understanding the way people think, why people do the things that they do, and just finding acceptance and just being okay with the way things are, because inabidi accept vitu zenye uelewi. So you're constantly vulnerable. You have to constantly ask people, why is this happening? Oh, this is what happens. Okay, so when I go to Huduma Center XYZ, so I can't just apply for a passport. Lazima somebody tries to get me to bribe them. Sijui, oh, polisi, lazima we, there's so many realities of being in Kenya, beautiful ones, but also very heavy realities of being a Kenyan. And I, more than anybody, empathize with nationals, Nigerians, who are constantly harassed by police. Yes, Nigerians do have a bad reputation, but there are so many good Nigerians in our country. Nationals from other countries, Somalis, I understand the conflict that has been there between our 2 countries, right? With the terrorist threats in the past, and also it means that people will profile you. So I understand that. I understand more than anybody that as a foreigner, your experience of that country is not ever going to be the best. You have to force yourself to see the positive, because a lot of the time utapata mtu anakuambia go back to your country. Utapata mtu anakuambia huku si kwenu, and meanwhile you don't have another home. You know where you're from, but you don't have another home. So I understand. So now help me understand why, as somebody who has found refuge, because a lot of Somalis in our country are here as refugees. They're here seeking asylum because of the political and social instability in their country and economic instability. They are here thriving. They are very hardworking, intelligent, animated people, and Kenya has given them opportunities. Now tell me, why would you want to tarnish a whole nation's reputation as a young person? As a young person who probably went into the streets kupigana na polisi because finance bill hashtag, sijui hashtag who must go. Why then would you want to ruin that relationship between our 2 countries when it's already shaky? And then now, just talking about the weird foreign relations that we have, how much lack of pressure there is, because Kenya has a reputation of, we just open our borders to anyone. We don't have proper foreign migrant policies. Immigration, it's either you're being harassed, ama you're just being allowed to do whatever you want, especially if you can pay your way out of it. So I have a problem with that, because I have grown up as a foreigner. I lived my life bila ID. Mimi nilipata ID way past the age of 18 years because I was not in my country when I reached 18 years. I was not at home. So I've been using a passport as my ID my whole life past the age of 18. Before 18 years, I knew, ata sai, I struggled to remember my ID number juu sijazoea kutumia. Even when I came back to Kenya, I was using my passport number. What am I trying to say? I am saying that kuna venye unafa, you're supposed to carry yourself as a foreign national. You don't belong in that person's country. They're allowing you. It's like when you come to live in my house and you want to come and start painting the walls the way you want because you don't like the couch, you take a scissor and you start ripping it up. Hiyo ni tabia ya wapi? That shows that you are not raised well. Shame on you. Shame on those 2 young men. And then nikaona mwingine TikTok akisema ati this weekend there's a game between I think it's the Kenya prisons or the Kenya police and Somalia, another game this particular weekend on Sunday. And this guy is very loud on TikTok saying that atachoma, that we must be sure that he's going to ban the flag. He's going to ban the Kenyan flag. So that's just very disappointing, right? So now South Sudanese in this country are known, majority of them, to be very wealthy. And somebody mwenye alisomea desta pale, najua that these guys were constantly caught by police. Either their papers are not up to date, their student permits, or their visitor permits if they were still applying or waiting for their student permits. And a lot of the time, because wakona pesa, police would literally take advantage of getting South Sudanese because they know that watawalipa. So there is a pattern of lack of consequences because money talks. And it's especially bad when I'm not dying because of my fellow countrymen. It's somebody who should have so much reverence and regard for the fact that they have been allowed to be in this country. So where do they get the audacity? The question is, what kind of relationships do we have? Our national policies, our immigration offices, and just giving foreigners a respect for our country. Is our country worth respect? That's the question. Our government, does it inspire respect for our flag? Because sometimes I want to burn the Kenyan flag, not because I want to disrespect anybody, not because I want to disrespect where I'm from, but I feel because of the anger of Sasa, this nation is gone. This nation has gone to the dogs. And that's a lie. But I would never. So that brings another question of, are we patriotic or are we just proud? Mimi naeza sema hivi, Wakenya tuko na kiburi. We have ego for our country, but we're not patriotic. Because if we're patriotic, we will support our people and foreigners would respect our country. But because we are cheap and we sell out, we leave this country at every given opportunity. You will betray your country people at every given opportunity. You speak bad about your country at every given opportunity. I don't think we're patriotic. And that's why foreigners who lack respect, because guys, as somebody who grew up as a foreigner, I don't discriminate against foreigners. I strongly empathize with the plight of a foreigner. Foreigners who lack regard can do what they want in our country because we ourselves don't respect our own country. Our laws are not respected. We ourselves do not respect our own laws. Mbona tunakasirikia watu wengine? So yeah, we don't like it, but tunawakasirikia as if we don't do the same thing. Tunawafunza. You teach someone how to behave in your house. So, ebu tufunzane, and let it not be a once-off, because I also did see a Somali commentator saying that there was Gambians who did that, and even Kenyans themselves when walichoma like our flag, and they stepped on it as well. And how comes there was no public uproar? And I was like, this man is making a good point. We are also very hypocritical. We are very, we're just not consistent in the things that we say. So it's no wonder, because where does a foreigner get the audacity to talk smack about our country? It's because we also lack regard. Whenever we're disappointed, we lack respect. There's no limit to what we can say and what we should say. So, mimi naeza sema hivi, kuna shida. There is a problem with the national image of our country, and these are not isolated incidents. May Zaituni Kavaya rest in peace, and I hope that whoever it is that the South Sudanese men that threw her off the balcony, that they are brought to justice. And I know that there are so many good law-abiding South Sudanese citizens in this country. I know some of them personally. I know there are so many good law-abiding Somali citizens in our country, and I know some of them personally. But those that don't respect us must be brought to task, is what we are saying. So if you want to read more on this story, you can head over to Citizen Digital. And so this story has really caught the attention of many people because it's quite infuriating. And now when it comes to the UN, there is a Gender Snapshot 2025, a report that warns that AI and digital divides risk worsening inequality for women. So as we're talking about technology and advancing where we are, advancing ourselves as Africans, advancing ourselves as young people, and just diversifying our income and our skill set to meet technology mali tumefika sahi, then we also need to realize that it comes with consequences. It is a double-edged sword. The UN's Gender Snapshot 2025 flags a deepening risk. Automation and AI threaten a higher share of women's jobs compared to men's jobs. That's what this UN Gender Snapshot 2025 says. While gaps in internet access and digital skills persist. The report recommends urgent national strategies from upskilling schemes to gender-sensitive AI governance to stop technological progress from entrenching inequality. The findings are being used to urge development partners and national policymakers to prioritize women's digital inclusion. So we are saying that part of the reason why AI is going to continue threatening women's jobs is because women are not as tech savvy as men. So what the UN Gender Snapshot is advising, or the recommendations gotten from this particular report, is that we must be intentional to bridge the gap of inequality to access to technological skills, internet-related jobs to women. Present those opportunities to women. Empower women. Let women have smartphones. Let women have access to internet resources. Let women be skilled and be taught how to use these online platforms. Otherwise, the jobs that we're getting from AI is just going to widen the inequality, the gender inequality gap, which will affect women disproportionately economically. Okay. And so our celebration is that Kenyan athletes have returned from Tokyo to a very, very, very beautiful homecoming. Yes. And following strong performances in Tokyo, Kenya's track and field stream with standout victories in middle and long distance events received a festive welcome just 2 days ago on the 24th of September. The reception recognized athletes' achievements and highlighted how investment in women's athletics has yielded global success. Athletes and coaches are called for sustained funding and development pathways for young female talent. And just more caution and pledges here on this side of women's development, where the Commonwealth Women's Affairs ministers have met in Nairobi, pledging from commitment to action. That's the theme of this particular meeting that happened on the 19th to the 20th of September. The 12th Commonwealth Women's Affairs Ministers meeting, that's 12 WAM, 12 WAMM, hosted in Nairobi from the 19th to the 20th of September, gathered ministers and delegates to sharpen plans on women's economic inclusion, reproductive health, and political leadership. The meeting produced action commitments, including data improvements and cross-country cooperation aimed at accelerating gender targets under the SDGs. And civil society urged transparent follow-through and resource allocations for implementation. Already. So, we need women to continue coming together beyond the tables, beyond the high tables, beyond the offices, right? We need women at the grassroots to get access to these opportunities. And that's what was being addressed at the Commonwealth Women's Affairs ministers, right? And, gender equality is something that's so detrimental to the progress and development of not just our nation, but also as our continent, to move from underdeveloped to developing, and from developing to developed nations. We want to have the problems of developed nations, right? Even as we are continuing to grow, we want the problems developed nations have, not the ones we know, our own. Kuna mashida zingine hatutaki. We don't want other problems. Okay, I won't name names, but you're already thinking about a country. You're already thinking about countries. So we want to set our own standards of what it means to be developed. And I think Rwanda is setting such a beautiful example. The Airbus, the clean streets, the way they are law-abiding citizens. People are like, no, it's a dictatorship. And I'm like, okay, guys, can we become a dictatorship in Kenya so we can stop throwing trash? Mimi nimeketi kwa matatu and a lady just ate biscuits. Kwa matatu, guys. I don't even mean outside. Outside is shameful. It's shameful enough. Lakini kwa matatu unatupia nani hapo chini? Kwa matatu, that's somebody's vehicle. And she just threw it. Like, I was so shocked. I looked at her. I looked down. I looked at her. She looked at me. She looked down. She looked at me again. And I was so defeated. No, you ni mama. You can see this is somebody's mother. And she's just throwing her biscuit wrapper in the matatu. Guys, if we need a president like Sir Kagame, can we please get that? Let's get that. Because what are we going to do? Every corner of Nairobi smells like a urinal. Do you know that in Rwanda and Burundi, they don't eat in the streets? It's considered bad manners to eat in the streets because it is assumed that if you're walking eating, you're going to litter. So what do? You have to wait to get to somewhere where you can sit down, because most places where you can sit down, there's a dustbin. So you don't just walk around consuming things, eating bubblegum, throwing, sijui PK, unatupa. Because how many times have I ran after my friends telling them, Ebu, pick that paper up? And we need to have that level of accountability. But the truth is that most of us don't care. Most of us do not care. We don't care. But anyways, what I was saying is that Rwanda is a beautiful, beautiful example of the kind of development we want to see across the board in Africa. We want to have the problems of now what happens when the streets are too clean? What happens when men don't just go and urinate on random walls? What happens when people are law-abiding citizens? Also, the rate of crime there is very, very low. because people are honest, people are law abiding. I'm not saying that there's no crime, but it's you can't compare. So for a country that is underdeveloped, moving to developing, that's something that gives me joy in my heart. It gives me joy in my heart because people have a lot of criticism for President Kagame, but I'm like, okay, but what has your president achieved with all his popularity from whichever nation and country you're watching from? What are we actually saying? What do we need to see from African presidents and these developed nations, other than the ones that enslaved people to get where they are? Again, we know who we're talking about. What did other nations that did not enslave people do to develop? Singapore, how did they get to where they are? The Philippines, Malaysia. I know those countries are not as fully developed as we would like, but how did Singapore get to where it is? How did Malaysia get to where it is? Do you understand what I'm saying? How did the Philippines get to where it is? And I know that there's poverty in these countries and all those things, but you cannot compare the rate of development to what's going on in our country. So how did their leaders do things in order for those countries to get there? Sisi tunajionanga, sisi ndio kusema, population yetu is good, we're hardworking, we have all the minerals, we have access to good internet. M-Pesa is such a beautiful system that makes business easier. It's easy to open a business in Kenya. Swali ni, how long are we going to be here? And are we not going to be overtaken by other African countries because of our lack of discipline and our lack of accountability and transparency? That's all I'm saying. So as we're talking about empowering women, we also need to think about what kind of a country are we trying to develop into? What kind of a country are we trying to be? And now our final two stories, a beautiful one and a quite sad one. We do have the Brikicho exhibition that has been spotlighting the hidden women artists, Kenyan artists, which is a major Nairobi gallery run that has been happening the second half of September. The Nairobi Gallery's Brikicho exhibition that has been running from the 16th of September into late September highlights the work of women who create outside conventional studio economies, foregrounding domestic, community, and ritual themes and offering sales and visibility channels. Curators and artists say the show challenges market gatekeeping and urges collectors and institutions to invest in women's creators. The exhibition runs alongside a busy September art calendar that pushes more women into the spotlight. Guys, by the way, tomorrow is their last show. It is free of charge for tomorrow. Today, the gallery is still there. There is an entry fee, I believe. Tomorrow is a final show. Go ahead to the Nairobi Gallery and enjoy the Brikicho exhibition. The 27th of September is the last day of this particular exhibition. Go and support local artists. You say that unataka kuelewa wasanii, you don't know where art is happening. Hey, I'm your plug and I'm putting you on. And to just end our stories here globally, and we do have a story from the US that has been developing. A high-profile US teen death probes musical link. Celeste Rivers Hernandez body found in Tesla, and artist David's home searched. In late September 2025, officials confirmed that a teenager's decomposed remains, were recovered from a vehicle registered to the musician popularly known as David. Law enforcement executed searches at a residence linked to the singer and removed electronics for forensic examination. Well, no charges have been filed as of reporting. The case has provoked intense media scrutiny and online speculation. Authorities stress the probe is active and that premature conclusions are harmful to ongoing investigatory work and the family. Let me tell you what's not harmful. Putting pedophiles away. Because this man is in his 20s and the girl was going to turn 15 on the 7th of September. 15 guys with a 20-something-year-old artist. These guys were in a relationship. This girl was living in this man's house. You're living with a teenage girl. That's disgusting. Even if they don't charge him for her murder, they need to charge him for pedophilia. Or something, kidnapping, something, because it's disgusting. Anyways, if you want more on David's story, head over to YouTube. It's all over the internet. And David is spelled D4VD. He's David Anthony Burke, D4VD, but pronounced as David. Yeah, so this girl was found decomposing in a Tesla that was impounded because it was just lying around and was moved around the neighborhood. And apparently they were on tour together, and then he came back home but didn't return on tour with a girl. And then the girl was found in the boot of his car in a plastic container. Yeah, guys, it's a scary world. And when we say let's talk about women because they're serious issues, these are the things that we're talking about. Why it's so easy to hear stories like this. And it's not the same for men. We know men die. For the men that have died, it's quite sad. But the rate at which it's easy to kill women is crazy. Okay, because we've seen Zaituni, Uku, Amama Fua, and then Celeste, a 14-year-old girl who didn't get the opportunity to turn 15. So wow, let's decompress just all this depressing news with some music.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Power Radio. Mountains for you, mountains for you. Yes, so I'm going to He can move any mountains for you, any mountains for you. I know it's yeah, I know it's all things possibility with God of ability. Possibility. All things possibility with God of ability.
They call me Shana Dawn. Got ability like Yahweh. He suppressed the kings of the underworld, my way. Rock of the ages, ancient of days, lily of the valley and the bright and morning star. Anything is possible with him. He raised up the dead after days in the grave. Parted the sea for the nation in a minute. He'll answer your matter in less than a minute.
I can move any mountains for you, mountains for you. Yes, so I'm going to I know where He can move any mountains for you, any mountains for you. I know it's yeah, I know it's all things possibility with God of ability, possibility, all things possibility with God of ability,
Inna the dark when it's tough, you always stepping up. Endless possibilities, salute the Holy Trinity, yeah. See, no eye ever seen it, no ear ever heard it. I know man can't conceive it. The good things in store for those who love Him. I'm ready now to see the impossible.
And He said I can move any mountains for you, mountains for you. Yes, so I'm going to I know where
He can move any mountains for you, any mountains for you. I know it's yeah, I know it's
all things possibility with God of ability, possibility, all things possibility with God of ability, possibility. And He said I can move any mountains for you, mountains for you. Yes, so I'm going I know where
He can move any mountains for you, any mountains for you. I know it's yeah, I know it's
He can move any mountains for you, mountains for you. Yes, so I'm going I know where
He can move any mountains for you, any mountains for you. I know it's yeah, I know it's
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Power Radio.
Always on the beat, yo.
Ayayaya tumeingia, tumekuja na ubaya pisha njia. Sisi ndo wale tunapenda mapenzi, mapenzi, mapenzi.
Wanauliza siri ni nini? Siri ya ndoa ni Yesu.
Check it out, Jesus wanaingia.
Certified lover boy.
Check it out, Jesus wanaingia.
Aki love
Wapenzi wapenzi
Mko tayari kucheza?
Mko tayari kucheza? Shika mpoa wako mkono.
Muangalie ndani ya macho. Mpe tabasamu kidogo.
Alafu
Flash kidogo, flash kidogo, flash kidogo, flash kidogo.
Sura yako correct, tabia yako correct, shepu lako correct,
For real na wewe. Maono yako correct, bidii yako correct, penzi lako correct, umekamilika.
cheki wapendo wanaingia, cheki wapendo wanaingia.
Sheri nashindwa kujizuia, Sheri nashindwa kujizuia. Kuna kitu nataka niseme, kuna kitu lazima niseme.
Unajua unanipenda pia mimi nakupenda, ila nimekosa jinsi ya kukueleza. Ndo nimekuletea kazawadi monomo. Cheki the cameras wanaingia, cheki the cameras wanaingia.
Roho yangu mamu umeikamata, fikra zangu umezishika mateka. Unavyojibeba we ni matata, nakukamata sakata we ni matata mama.
Unavyonijali mimi ndivyo nakupenda sana, unavyonikumbatia ndivyo nakupenda sana. Hatuwezi kuachana hata watuseme sana, tutazidi kupendana usiku na mchana.
Sura yako correct, tabia yako correct, shepu lako correct,
For real na wewe, maono yako correct, bidii yako correct, penzi lako umekamilika. Bina wado si bina, bina wado si bina, bina wado si bina, bina wado si bina.
hii ni mapenzi ya kidosi. Baby njoo nikupeleke raundi za kibosi. Kanyaga katausi, honeymoon Zanzibar baada ya harusi. Shepu iko fine fine, thank you.
Kama Adamu na Hawa, hii couple ni ya power. Baby tuko sawa, my blessings zina shower. Unanipa mapenzi hadi nasikia kupagawa. Unanipa mapenzi hadi nasikia kupagawa. Baby
Le son de la bâtiment. Tout est question d'amour.
Nimetosheka, nimejazwa na furaha, mapochopocho umeniandalia. Baby, mimi nakupenda baby, kipenzi changu baby, nitakuita dati.
Je t'aime beaucoup bébé. Mon amour pour toujours.
Mon amour pour toujours.
Je t'aime jusqu'à la fin.
Mon amour pour toujours.
Sura yako correct, tabia yako correct, shepu lako correct.
na wewe, maono yako correct, bidii yako correct, penzi lako correct, umekamilika.
Cheki the tuko zinaingia.
Allah.
Cheki the tuko zinaingia.
Baby nakupenda we. Baby nakupenda we. Nashukuru Mungu kukupata we. Nashukuru Mungu kukupata we.
Baby nakupenda we. Baby nakupenda we. Nashukuru Mungu kukupata we. Nashukuru Mungu kukupata wewe baby.
Hallelujah. Tunapenda mapenzi sisi. Ukitaka ndoa isimame, weka Yesu mbele.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
sana naona. Nawaza ni nini utafanya, wapi utakwenda, ni nani utamlilia. Itakuwa sawa, mambo yako yote atafanya shwari. Mwachie yeye, itakuwa sawa. Wala usikate tamaa, kata tamaa, kata tamaa. Usiwahi kufa moyo, siku moja utapenya.
Don't ever give up, it'll be fine, yeah.
Usiwahi kufa moyo, siku moja utapenya.
Don't ever give up, it'll be fine, yeah. Mpendwa, can't you see you're worrying too much? Nalisema yote atatatua. Lay your burdens to him, atabeba yote. Lay your burdens to him, atabeba yote.
Mwachie yeye, itakuwa sawa. Mambo yako yote atafanya shwari. Mwachie yeye, itakuwa sawa. Wala usikate tamaa, kata tamaa, kata tamaa. Usiwahi kufa moyo, siku moja utapenya.
Don't ever give up, it'll be fine, yeah.
Usiwahi kufa moyo, siku moja utapenya.
Don't ever give up, it'll be fine, yeah. Itakuwa sawa. Usiworry baba. Atabeba yote. Atabeba yote.
Usikufe moyo, itakuwa sawa in Jesus' name.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Welcome back to Sheversations. It is 28 minutes past half past the day. We are 32 minutes to the top of the hour, to the end of this particular Sheversation. So I hope that you are enjoying the show. So far, I've just listened to the good sounds, Blackie Boy and Wapendo Muziki, that's Shula La La. And right before that, we had Correct by Dominion Family. Come on, kona mpenzi wako, mtumbie wimbo mwambie. Like, you're just correct in my life. Wewe, when it comes to, kupeanga, tick. Wewe ni Nike in my life because we just do it. You are tick, you are correct. And right before that, tukawa na Ability 1005 songs because our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ anaweza kufanyia anything within his will in accordance. By the way, guys, it fascinates me the way people really misinterpret the Bible. Like, I find it entertaining but also very sad that tukiambiwa ati all things are possible. It's in context to God's will. Like a car won't just appear hapo nje Mercedes. You won't just get what you want because God is not a fairy godmother. He's not a genie. He's God who is intentional. He doesn't just do things of your. He's a God of intentionality and a God of intelligent design. So watu wenye wamechoka na wokovu because you're not getting the things you want and other people are getting. Ebu angalia maisha yako and just check on your faith and see if it is according. God will never give you anything that is outside of his will for yourself. Hata kama unaitaka aje and you feel like you need it, God will never give you something that's outside of his will. Na kama it's about fighting for your destiny, there is a biblical and godly way to do it. So I just, sometimes I find it very, very sad. And I just wanted to remind you that if it's been a bit hard for you to believe, a bit hard for you to stay in faith, you just need to go and check the blueprint. If you're doing it according to the way it was meant to be, ama ni wishful thinking. You want things to happen, you want problems to go away, but you're not actually applying the solutions zenye umepewa. Simu yangu ya Samsung, software ikikataa, I either have to format the simu and then install software. Na hii software itakuwa imetoka wapi? Samsung. It's gonna come from Samsung. In order for my phone to be updated, lazima iwe the updates are coming from Samsung. In order for my HP laptop yenye inatumia Windows 11 to be updated, updates zinatoka from Windows. Okay? Siezi toa updates za Apple alafu niweke Windows and then I'm like, oh my God, this is so weird. Like, that's foolishness. And that's what we do with our faith. Unataka ku pick and choose how you want to understand God. Meanwhile, character ya God is very consistent and very constant. According to the Bible anyways. I don't know how you relate to God, but I believe that you find more about God in the Bible. Alafu tunajijua, through the Bible, because that's the blueprint of how we were created. That's what I believe anyways. Let me know what you believe. But yeah, apale 1005 songs wanaongelelea the ability of God to do his will in your life. He's very, very able to do it for you, and he will do it. He will do it for sure. But reminder, according to his will and in his way at his time. Okay? So you just need to meet those conditions. Alafu ujue that these things are possible, but not ovyo. Already. What are we talking about today, guys? We are just very quickly finishing off our conversation that we were having on Wednesday. We began this conversation on Wednesday about building an authentic and profitable personal brand online. And what did we talk about? We talked about what does the African creator economy look like for us? Inakaaje, what are brands and platforms paying attention to? Uko, is it crowded? Is there space for you? We talked about that. We talked about different ways that Kenyans can monetize through affiliate programs, like Jumia and Amazon, through platform tools, through digital products, kama kuuza my ebooks, freelancing, Flutterwave, Paystack. We talked about all those things. And if you need a refresher on that, head over to our show from Wednesday, Sheversations, Wednesday. It's on our YouTube channel, Power Radio, right? And if you've tuned in and you know exactly what I'm talking about, just leave me a comment and let me know what stood out for you. Did you learn anything, or do you have any feedback for what we shared about building an authentic and profitable personal brand online? Yeah, we also talked about what does it look like to actually find your voice? What does it actually look like? Just needing to understand what your content pillars are. What are they? Are you going to base your content on your personality? Are you going to base it on, are you going to do, checklists? Are you going to do utilities? What are you going to do? Are you going to teach people the foundations and the know-how, the to-dos, the, how-to, the DIYs of your career, your skill, your expertise, or this is how I achieved X, Y, Z. And, what does it look like to actually get into it, the physical work, and also just figuring out the format. Nafaa kupost how often, wapi, sangapi, na nini. Because you see, you could figure out that like your audience is very interactive between 5 p.m. and 10 p.m. Okay, that's something that I discovered. Ukipost kitu between 7:30 and 8:30, iyo kitu itapata likes mingi sana. Why? Because a lot of people are gonna be on their phones at that particular time or shortly afterwards before they go to bed. People use their phones before they go to bed. It has become a ritual, right? So people, your post is gonna be high on their timeline, so they're gonna see it because the algorithm puts recent posts due for a short period of time before they start being pushed down by other things. So you can figure out what time to post, but sasa ujui what to post. Unaweza pata in the morning picha ziko sawa ama mchana, lakini jioni reels ndio they do best. If you post a reel in the morning, might not do great, but if you post a reel in the evening and you want engagement on that particular reel then and there, you want your engagement, your returns zikam haraka in terms of engagement. So the how really matters. The what. Are you going to do a carousel? Are you going to do one image? What does your captioning look like? So those are things that we need to look into, girlies, as we format our information and decide that, okay, this video that I shot for YouTube is not going to be great for Instagram, but this video that I have for TikTok is perfect for Instagram as a reel. And I must connect my Instagram to my Facebook so that whatever it is that I post on my Instagram automatically goes to my Facebook. But how do I also customize information, long form posts? Because all our village people and our mothers and our fathers, what wako Facebook, and they have time, guys. Even me on Facebook, I read. Instagram, jaribu tu kuniwekea story 3 paragraphs, umenipoteza. No, you need to make it a carousel. You need to make it an infographic. You need to put big words in order for me to stay on that post. Ama, just be funny. Usiniambie story mingi on Instagram. I will read that caption. Ukifika that paragraph, mimi umeshanipoteza. But on Facebook, guys, I will read a post where I'm clicking see more, read more, see more, mara tatu mara nne. On Facebook, because there's just a particular way particular platforms represent information that prompts you to engage with information in a specific way. So something cute you're going to put on your Instagram about, I am glad to announce that I attended this event, and you put that photo because you want people to hire you and see that you're a serious professional. You're not going to do the same thing for Facebook. Facebook, now you really have to explain. Facebook, you have to make it interesting and engaging, because as much as people are willing to read long form content, it needs to be entertaining. Somebody needs to be dying. Somebody needs to be getting cheated on, or it needs to be disastrous. It needs to be sad. It needs to be clickbaity. I'm not saying put clickbait. I'm saying know what flies and customize your content to match the algorithm so that you can get the engagement that you need. Because why? Because why? You're building a brand online. As a human being, we love you. Wazazi, you popped out of your mother. The doctor slapped you on the booty. You cried and everyone was happy. They ululated the number of ululations. They took care of you. You were raised nicely. Kama uko na trauma, pole. You were raised anyways. Uko hapa, tuko hapa sisi wote. And you are valid in real life. But let me tell you, online, if you don't set yourself a particular way, unajiwestia time. Unajiwestia time, and nobody's going to pass by your page other than watu wenye wanakujua personally. And you want to get a lot of people that you don't know personally. Because kama unajuana na watu 10 or even 100 people because maybe, of the work you do or the campus you went to, that's well and good. But the reality is that these are not the people who are going to be buying your content in terms of buying into the ideas that you're posting, okay? So that's why it matters what you're formatting, and then authenticity. So yeah, you found out what works, but don't just do it because people are doing it. Let it represent you. If you figure out, so director Trevor said this about Eve Mongai, Ama Mongai Eve. Alisema, sasa mbona, as a journalist, you're not supposed to be posting, usikue the content. So if you're a journalist and you're a storyteller, all of a sudden is your booty. For example, Vera Sidika, who just did a boobs party. Alitoka Dubai, alikuwa na reveal mwili yake. The girlies, Dahana Bahati, are there. Aziad, nyumba yake inaukshoniwa, and they're all dancing at the boobs party, guys. The cake was boobs. They were twerking, they were changing outfits. Crazy. Imagine that works for them because that's their brand. For them, titties and booty and hips and bleached skin and weaves and Range Rovers, that's their brand. If that's not your brand, don't do that. That's going to hurt you in the long term, okay? If you prefer to be fully dressed like myself, do that, okay? If the only time you want to show your skin is maybe if you had a day at the beach, or it matters why you're at the gym and then that's why we can see your midriff, that's cute. But if that's not your brand, if you're not looking for OnlyFans, if you're not looking for thirst trap viewers, then don't do that. Be authentic. What did we not talk about, guys? We didn't talk about the messy stuff. We didn't talk about how the platforms are tightening rules to favor original content. Okay? Copy, paste, haziwasaidi. Learn from what other creators are doing. Okay? Get their strategies, but do not copy their content. Make yours original. Be inspired, but do not copy paste. Why? Because platforms want original content, right? So low effort replication, haikusaidii. And authenticity is not just moral, it's economic. Because people want to identify with somebody who... Kuna photographer sahi, mwenye mnajua. He has become a photographer to the stars. Namuonanga kwa ma vlogs, namuonanga kwa high profile weddings, namuonanga on your favorite influencers videos, events anakuanga kwa hizo mashoot, anakuanga hapo. And you guys, your favorite influencers wanamjua. Yeah? I met this person before they became who they are. And this person, I met them when they were doing a different form of art. Perhaps they were a photographer then. I did not meet them as a photographer. Siezi pena details mingi because I don't want you guys to know who I'm talking about. I'm not about that business. Lakini, huyu msee hakuwa popular online. Why? Because there was a lot of copyright issues. There was a lot of stories, like more than 10 stories of this person took my content and presented it as his own, on his own platform. And because he has a larger following, people thought that he's the... Sasa wewe imagine kwa page ya celeb ama a budding influencer, alafu unaenda unapata kitu ulicreate hapo. Kitu yenye, it's not even like a copy of a video idea. No, something that's a duplicate of what you had done. And right now, every time I see this person doing whatever it is that they're doing online, I'm just like, so uliacha copy vitu za watu. I'm so happy that you're a photographer because with the things that you were doing before, you were infamous. You were infamous. Like, it was not enough for this person to create their own work. They had to steal other people's work. That's not being authentic. It's not. Hata kama una trend na kazi ya watu. Drake is hated because he rips people off. You used to call me on the cell phone. Da 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 da. Mnajua your song, Hotline Bling, for Drake, that the whole planet loved? Do you know that dance style, he stole it from a Somali Canadian artist? Do you know that? Do you know that was not his move? Do you know that a lot of the music that Drake puts out there, as talented as he is, anakuanga ameistil, allegedly. Acha niseme allegedly msinisu, because I'm just a girl in Kenya. Okay? That's the reason. You might be popular and rich. Okay, you might be rich and infamous, but you don't want people to hate you because you steal people's content. No. Practical safety. If you're doxing people, you're exposing people's license plates, you're exposing people's addresses, una vlog, you're showing somebody's house and you don't have permission, you're sending screenshots with names and phone numbers, guys, that's not okay. That's abusive. That's doxing. When you publicly expose somebody's address or their phone number, their public information to the public, that is illegal. It is illegal because why are you doing that? Sasa ume-expose huyu msee and they did not consent to it, right? And pia, sasa you've gone, umeenda maju. You're vlogging every single step. You're live on Snapchat. Mimi mwenye niko na snap yako. Your location on Snapchat is on. Because some of you guys, ladies, sana ladies, I can literally find where you live. Because your location is on Snapchat, guys. If you use Snapchat, you understand what I'm talking about. Unaenda kwa map, you can literally zoom in and see somebody's neighborhood. You see the house where they are. Like, unaeza fuata mse. Ako kwa gari, unamfuata hivi. Snapchat, guys, shows you live updates. As long as you're logged in and you've not customized those things, mi naeza fuata nyinyi wengine. Alafu you're traveling and you're putting real-time updates. And you know your house. Unajua iko pale Kawangware. Tutakuibia. You're going to come back to an empty house. You're going to come to new beginnings. Because you're exposing your whole life online. Now we all know where you live. We know your house. And I know for a lot of celebrities and public figures, eventually their information will become public info. Like, let it not be because you're constantly online exposing your info. Let it be because somebody who really was being creepy, alikufuata, some journalists, some paparazzi madness, walifanya something illegal to expose your... Let it not be you that's exposing yourself because, guys, they will find you. Somebody who's looking for you will find you because una post. Unaweka location pale kwa Instagram where you are. Somebody knows where you were last month. They know where you go. They can deduce. Yani, we don't even need to be FBI to find out about your life. We know everything about you because you've posted everything. So the day I want to steal, najua laptop uko nayo, najua simu uko nayo, najua kamera unatumianga, right? And that's not part of your content. By the way, for content creators, I understand that showing those things are part of your content. But now that you've shown us, are you ready for your neighborhood goons to follow you home? Now that we know your face and we know what you carry in your backpack, are you ready for your neighborhood goons to follow you and hijack you? That's messy. When you're doing online work, you can't afford to lose your phone. You can't afford to lose your laptop. If you're a content creator, you can't afford to lose your cameras, your microphones. So you better make sure that you're not exposing yourself in a way that is detrimental to your creation. And then let's look at a monetization sprint. What does it look like? It looks like before you start, you need to define your niche. Okay, so I'm making content for babies. No. I'm making content for single people that happen to be Christians. I am making content for journalists who empower women or speak out on women issues. No. I am a Pan-African. I'm speaking out on matters decolonization and everything Kenyan, everything patriotism, everything African. No, I'm a political reporter. What kind of content are you making? Mimi, I'm just a girly. I want to do my outfit of the day. I want to do my face beat. I want to tell you what makeup products. I'm a beauty influencer. In beauty, is it makeup or is it hair and makeup? Or is it hair, makeup, and fashion? Do you want to specialize in one thing or are you going to do everything beauty? Are you also going to be vlogging, meaning that pia hapo unaweka lifestyle because once in a while you throw down, you show us how to throw down your chicken curry and whatnot? Define your niche. Define your niche, right? And then write down 3 content pillars. We've talked about content pillars already. We talked about them. And then have a product idea, right? So is it a service that you're offering? Are you putting out content so that you can offer a service? You're saying, come to my studio so that I can photograph you. And the content is the offer. The content is the marketing. Or is it a digital product? Are you saying, buy my ebook? Are you saying, watch my video, get as many people to like, comment, subscribe? What are you saying? Vloggers often want you to watch their content because the content is the product. The content is the digital product. The content is what is getting them the actual money. So beyond you watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing, they don't need you to do anything. And then there's content that says, hey, I have a bookshop, come visit my bookshop. So you need to decide, what are you actually selling? Are you selling the content? Are you selling yourself? Are you selling a product? Are you selling a service? Are you selling somebody and hopefully not into prostitution? Okay. If you are into sex work, don't come for me, okay? Me, I do not advocate. I respect people's hustles, but please don't be selling people. Don't sell yourself either, okay? Because you'll be selling yourself short. Sell your value that is not going to dehumanize you. And I know that girls got to hustle how they hustle. I just believe that sex work dehumanizes you. That's just me. You might disagree, and come, let's have a conversation about that, all right? And then just come up with a 1-page media kit. Find out, just get media kit templates, right? And then you build a landing page. So now once people click on that thing, wanaenda wapi? Wanaenda kwa email, wanaenda kwa website yako, wanaenda kwa blog. Me, for example, if you click on the link on my bio on Instagram, you go to my blog, which is dusty, crusty, guys. Last updated 2022. Or is it 2023? It's bad. It's bad. It's embarrassing, but at least whatever I've put out there is there. So if you care, you will click on that and that's what you'll see. Some other artists wakona their, what do you call this thing? Their link tree. They have all of their work in one place. So you click that and you go to their link tree where you can watch their YouTube videos. You can go see photos of their events. You can go see their digital books that you can buy. You go see their blogs because the link tree has all the links, okay? It's essentially your online digital portfolio, okay? Right. And then what do? You set up payment trails. Paybill, Lipa na M-Pesa, PayPal, Paystack, Flutterwave. Now that I'm buying what you're selling, how do I get monetized? Apply for monetization on YouTube. Some of you have viewers on YouTube. You have followers, you have subscribers, you have watch hours, but you've not applied for monetization. So you need to get to that point. And then you launch a lead magnet, okay? A checklist. For example, you say you're going to collect 100 emails, and then you're going to do, out of those 100 emails, you're going to do 3 live interactions, right? Per email, you're going to do live interactions. You're going to respond 3 times, okay? Let me tell you, me once, there's somebody who got me on Twitter in 2016. It's one of your favorite influencers. You know them. And this person engaged with my content. This person engaged with my tweet, and then they said, hi, I love what you said. And then we continued the conversation inbox. And then this person sent me a link to their blog. And then I went and I looked at their blog. I liked what they posted. I commented, and they responded. And then they came back and responded to me in my DMs. They also got my WhatsApp number. At this point, I'm like, let's continue this conversation. And that's how I made this connection in real life. And now I go to this person's events. I always want to read their posts. I am on their email subscription list, the ones that you actually want, not the ones that you don't want. Why? Because they bothered to engage me on social media. I never knew this person from Adam. I'd never seen them in my life. A random person that I didn't know, and now we know each other in real life because they engaged, and I am a fan. I am a client for life. If they have an event, I will buy a ticket because I support them, because I'm connected to them. Why? Because they valued me as an audience member. So do 3 live interactions, right? Or sessions. Do live videos. Look at the people you follow you. Mainstream radio does this. Wako na watu wenye ukishinda ukiona huyu msee ndio na wapiganga simu, you literally have your fans that you've never met in real life. But what happens is that you call them. Now, before they even call you, you call them. You will tag them on the socials. You tag those people who are your fans. They are constantly looking for you online. Like Hamjuani, this person might be horrible. You might even hate their personality in real life. But the fact that they constantly like your posts, they constantly comment, that's somebody you need to follow up on. Okay? That's what you do. And then you launch your product. You've launched the brand. You've monetized everything. What's your product, right? Is it a template? Is it an ebook? What are you doing? What are you actually selling? And you promote it through clips and emails. And then you track conversions. How many of these people have come from Instagram? Why? Because you know their names. Because you have time. Because this is your job and you're taking care of the details. And then you need to analyze your metrics, guys. Boring things that we don't like to do as content creators. But you need to check. You need to check your engagement. You need to check your sales. How many of these people are actually, you need to subscribe to MailChimp, you need to subscribe to Circle Boom and so many other tools that you can Google, that you could subscribe to help you analyze your content, to let you know the format that you should continue looking at. Because, when I post on Instagram, a lot of people buy. But when I post on TikTok, I get followers, I get likes, but nobody buys anything. Kumanisha wenye wako na pesa, TikTok wamekuja raha. Instagram is where people come to buy things. And that's a fact. TikTok ni tap. Lions. Sijui nini. 20 flip filter. People want entertainment on TikTok. Instagram, people will be entertained, but people will buy your product because Instagram is seen as a more serious business platform than TikTok. Not to mean that TikTok watu hawauzi. But you will realize that TikTok will gain you popularity faster than Instagram. But Instagram, with a smaller following than TikTok, you're going to get more buyers. That's something I've noticed from people who have followings and they buy. These are questions that I've asked them. And now when you do your analysis, you're able to plan a second month. So week 1, you're building your landing page, you're building your Instagram, which is leading up to what? What are you selling? And then you're doing your engagements. You're collecting the people that are engaging with your content and you're interacting with them. That's week 2. Week 3, you're launching the product, right? On your socials. Other than getting to know people and introducing yourself to them, now you're telling them, buy my things, give me your money. And then you must analyze, okay, so me, what I did, this is how much I'm getting out of it. So this one is not working, or maybe this one needs more time. I'm going to give it 3 more months. This one to achane nayo juu haisaidii, and also see what other creators are saying, okay? So right before we finish, let's talk about a media kit. A media kit needs to have your name or your brand. It needs to have an elevator pitch. One sentence on who you are and what you do, right? It needs to have your statistics. So essentially, you have your followers on IG, on TikTok, on YouTube, and your average views, your engagement rate, like likes, comments, saves, right? You need to have your audience. That's your demographics. So age, location, interest, and then offerings. So what are you actually offering? Now that I have inquired, I have slid into your DMs and I have said that I want you to promote my mandazi. I want you to promote my printing business. I want you to promote my event, right? So what are you offering? A sponsored post, a video integration, right? Affiliate link packages, workshops, what are you offering? And then also the rates and deliverables. For example, if I do one reel on IG, you need to pay me 5K. If I do one story, you need to pay me 500 shillings. And deliverables, so 6 of them a day, da-da-da-da-da-da. What does that actually look like? And then you also do need to have a contact and payment option, just to let somebody know this is what you're paying. You're paying this much upfront. And then when it's done, after 3 posts, then you can pay me the other half. But before I even begin, in order for me to begin, you need to pay me 1/3 of the money, and so on and so forth. So you need to have that contact and payment option where they're sending the information, where you can continue engagement. Do you prefer to talk on WhatsApp, email? And I always say that people must have their things on email. WhatsApp, we know we can post screenshots, but it's very easy, even legally, to just have your email link followed. So if you want to be taken seriously and you just want to have a paper trail of all of your professional interactions, email is boring, but have it on email, but be available. Make sure that everything that is agreed upon has been sent to email, as much as you will continue engaging with people on WhatsApp, via calls, and so on and so forth. Do not agree to anything that has not been written down and co-signed. Tuliongea kwa simu, there is no saved audio, there is no voice note. Tuliongea, tukakubaliana pesa ngapi. Follow that up with an email. Like, you don't need to be talking on email, but follow that up with an email and ask the person to confirm. Please confirm that this is correct. Please let me know that this is what we've agreed to. All right. So that's what we're doing, girlies and boys, with regards to just, presenting ourselves. And we need to take care of ourselves. Just get pricing frameworks. You start small with test packages, and then, for performance, you offer add-on prices. And then from there, you have testimonials from what has actually worked, linked to your prices, saying that, the people who paid for this package, this is how much they grew, or this is how much conversions they were from the socials into actual money. And then you document everything. Register your business to KRA. Taxes are boring, but we must do it. And then just honor the privacy policies. If you're not supposed to have a knife on Instagram, if you're not supposed to post nudes, if you're not supposed to be showing screenshots with people's numbers, don't do it. Don't do it. And then just pace yourself, okay? Give yourself off days. You can be on your phone all the time, but don't be working all the time. Give yourself a no content day. Give yourself just a group where mnaongelelea hizi vitu. Somebody can even take over. And eventually, when you make it big, or you make it big enough to afford help, get help so that you're not constantly online. Mental health is important. And guys, ladies and gentlemen, that is how you build an authentic and profitable brand online. You let me know, 0748 379231. What do you do? What have you done? Have you been able to build a platform that represents you and your brand? And is it profitable? And how did you do it? And what do you think about the information am I sharing? Am I just blowing hot air? Or is there something useful that you have gotten? Caroline _Murote on Instagram, and Caroline Murote on Twitter, Facebook, and Cara Murote on TikTok. At Power Radio, hashtag is #Sheversations with Caroline Murote. This particular beautiful Friday, this is it for me. And we're going to talk about more beautiful things. If you want to have a conversation with us, slide into our DMs on all the socials, and enjoy your weekend. I'm gonna see you guys on Monday.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
been feeling the rap with them scriptures all over like, yeah. I know you like it, cause you know Jehovah's son is invited. And every time that he shows up, demons are finished. So there goes my heartfelt condolences to the enemy. I'm seated in heavenly places far beyond this reach. My advocate is Jesus, I'm enjoying immunity. Paid by the blood, restoration by the Father. I'm in the assembly of the firstborn, enrolled in the heavenly places of the dawn. Spirits of the rushes made perfect for God by the blood of the Lamb. Now I walk like him, talk like him, reign with him, and it calls me years. Made in his image, tell me do you see it? Son of the dawn, rapping my city, you heard? My God is the biggest out there. I've been feeling the rap with them scriptures all over like, yeah. I know you like it, cause you know Jehovah's son is invited. And every time that he shows up, demons are finished, so done.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station.